We are under the greatest concerted attack that I think anybody in the United States has ever been under, except for like Donald Trump. It is ABC, CBS, NBC, NPR, local stations, newspapers. It is total insanity. And they're misrepresenting what I've said and what I've done, but it doesn't matter. It's just bringing us more people. Our record viewers and listeners and traffic was the election. But it's building back up right now. The new floor was 40 million a week, one way or another, tuning in. And we're going to be like probably 50 million this week. So we're going back up towards an all-time high. And I mean, imagine the lies. It's just like Donald Trump. Carrier's going to move 1,400 jobs. He goes and gets them to keep 1,100. It's like 1,080 something. That's in the math. And then they have the head of the union come out and start flipping out and complaining on CNN. And the media is making a scandal that Trump broke his promise that as president he'd keep jobs here and wouldn't let companies leave. He's not even president yet. How do you take him getting Japanese to invest $50 billion when they weren't going to do it under Obama because of the taxes? Just the promise that he'll try to lower the corporate tax to make it fair. Has him moving here. He's got multiple Ford plants. They're saying they may bring all the Ford plants back. That's the head of Ford. Already 2 now. It was 1 because I saw sales just spike. Okay, we'll move more back. That's how it works. It's optimism. It's leadership. And then they've got all these articles. It was the top story. It was all over the news this morning. Fox News was, quote, being fair. Did Trump lie? CNN was saying he's a liar. And Trump tweets, man, no wonder the unions are running the jobs off. What are you bitching at me for? Chuck Jones, head of the union, you couldn't even keep the jobs there. That's like if you see your neighbor's house on fire and you help get them out, then they say, hey, help me get my silverware and my family jewels out. Okay, I guess the house isn't burning that bad for the fire department. I'll go and help you. So you're all tired, your back's hurt, you've gotten stuff out, the fire department gets there and they look at you, they go, you didn't help me get my couch out. You'd be like, is that a joke, Bob? No. You broke a promise. You said you were going to get everything out. I mean, it's like, what parallel? I mean, I've got this Chuck Jones guy. Transcript here. I've got the video. Complaining. And it's like, is this a joke? Trump lied to the American people. You made a promise to keep all these jobs. You halfway delivered. No, he 80+% did. Jones told CNN, we expect you to go back and keep all the jobs. He says it all pissed off, too. We watched the video. Jones added that Trump should also help 350 workers at the Indianapolis plant owned by another company, Rexnord, which is also slated to move to Mexico. Workers there are also members of his local 1999. Trump said when he was at the other plant last week that he's into talks trying to get them to stay. He's not even president yet. He can't even try to get tariffs on U.S. companies that leave, bringing stuff back in yet. His promise is that he's going to erect fair taxes and fair tariffs like other countries have on a country-by-country basis as it's supposed to be done to equalize it. And if they won't equalize it, we'll then change to whatever level they're at. That's what free trade is. If they're cheating, we go to their level. The Heritage Foundation put America under a spell, saying that one-sided deals, China with a 15% lower corporate tax, China with a currency 35% below ours is free and fair. No, it's not. No, it's not. If U.S. companies are run out of here because of environmental rules and stuff, if they're going to export stuff back into the U.S., then they've got to have certifications that those foreign factories were following that. But see, they don't want that. They want a one-sided deal to transfer our jobs. And I know you know that, but somehow we've got to reach out to these national public radio, this state-run media listener, the last holdouts, mainly alone, 45-year-old women, totally freaked out and scared, totally unhappy, totally depressed, the statistics show, because they listened to the government as their husband, and he didn't deliver, and he didn't come home and keep her warm at night. They were taught male attributes were the worst thing on earth, and man, they don't know why they're so freaked out, because they never had a chance to be a woman. You always see them. They can even be attractive, but their hair looks crazy. They look nuts. They're black, white, Hispanic, I don't care. They're all just, because of course you're freaked out, sweetheart. You're supposed, you're an animal. God made you. You're in the image of God. But, we operate like animals, sweetheart. You ain't following the program, Cupcake. You ain't happy. You need you a man. Now, there's the other side of the equation. Men are a bunch of lazy, dumbass slobs on average. I get it. It's been done by design. But women start demanding men act like men again. Like the Spartans' wives would say, you come home with your shields or on them. There wasn't crying when daddy didn't come home killed in a battle, because that's what a man does. You come home with your shields or on them. Women start acting like that, we'll have space colonies in 10 years. Women start telling men, get out there and take over. Get out there and make money. Get out there and be successful. And I'm going to treat you like a champion when you get home. That's when society goes boom to the next level. The minute you get rid of that, everything goes to hell in a handbasket. Gee, wonder why the big corporations are selling that idea. First thing they do in Brave New World, 1932. Oh, by the way, we've got the bombshell special report coming up at the bottom of the hour. Is Dew ready with it? I know he stayed up all night putting it together. It's dumping over now. We will have this at the bottom of the hour. I'm not going to play Colbert for 11 minutes attacking me and lying about me today. He's not even worth it. Our audience is bigger than his. It really is. And we're a global audience, and we don't, who wants to communicate with the lobotomy heads that watch him and think they're watching an intellectual? He is a fake guy in a fake outfit where he can get away with pure fake news as a comedian, lecturing us how we're fake news and saying we should be shut down, along with the Pope that says those of us that don't believe mainstream media are like those that have a sexual perversion of enjoying eating feces. That's official. That's on Infowars.com from a major Italian newspaper. You cannot make this up. No, being a guy that took over the Catholic Church using pedophile networks, that's even London Guardian, I think that's what's disgusting, bro. Merkel, one day, because she has to hijack the populist movement, she's about to lose control of her party. She's been losing all these parliamentary elections. She's almost out of office now. She's come out and said, oh, yes, you can't wear full burqas walking down the street. It freaks the Germans out. But then she came out today and said Germans need to integrate with Islam and accept it. That article's on Infowars.com. Oh, but here's some really big news for you. NPR is busy saying I'm fake news. And they're using a Washington Post report where they just say, we talk to analysts that say Breitbart, Drudge Report, and InfoWars are fake and need to be banned, and that they work for the Russians. They didn't give any proof, and I told you I was looking at suing them. Lawsuits were already being prepared by other news agencies. You know why, folks? Because when you say somebody's a Russian agent, you can be executed for that. That's claiming someone is involved in espionage against their country. That's like saying, somebody's a murderer or beyond that. And I've been told by lawyers, it's open and shut. They can't prove you're a Russian agent. It is millions. And I don't even want the millions to sit there because I can just raise that running our own operation. I don't want to waste our time with these people. But, I mean, I was talking to lawyers this week, and I know a lot of people are, and I know the Washington Post's lawyers have looked at it, and they said, look, this is indefensible. We just cannot. And so the Washington Post came out. We should do articles about this. They have... They've called it appending it or amending it. That's zero hedge. No, they've retracted. Washington Post, we do our own article. Zero Hedge says they've appended. No, they've Russia propaganda fake news story. And they have, here's the article. I have the Washington Post right here. They've come out and they have a big editor's note at the top saying we have no proof that the Russians ran this and it's basically made up. And we can't say these are fake news sites. That's not proper. It's a blacklist. You really can't do that. And where they get their list, some nebulous website that they won't say who runs it, put the list out. 2 weeks ago, it was some 40-year-old professor lady. But she wears pink glasses and has 3 cats. So she's got hair sticks up in the photos, hair sticking out. I don't know why they do this. Like ironic hair, pink glasses, and has 3 cats. And so she says, shut us down, take us off the web, fire my 60 employees, put us out in the street, take our free speech away because she's a woman and she's a professor, associate professor, and has 3 cats. And if you have 3 cats, I only have 2. So see, I can't talk. When I have 3 and my hair sticks out, and then it's like a uniform of ironicness. Oh, look, I'm ironic. My hair's sticking out on a side and I wear glasses and I'm going to take your free speech. I'm going to say you should be arrested. La, 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 la. And the Pope's up there, they like eating poop for sexual pleasure. Boy, you're a pervert, bro, saying that. Wow, now it all fits. Now we know what you're into. You imagine Pope Francis sitting down to a big plate of crap and just slice it into like it's a T-bone steak. You know, you see, it's going to be all over the news. Alex Jones hit rock bottom. The boycott begins. He said that the Pope eats poop. No, the Pope said we eat poop. I threw it back at him. And you know what? I do think he probably really does it. Look at him. God, look at that organization overrun by every scum maggot you can imagine. Poor Catholics. Catholics are great people. I'm not judging any Catholic. Look at the Protestant church run by a bunch of perverts on average as well. But, I mean, just look at how the devil takes over the church. What a sickening joke. It's now run by a turd burglar. All right, we'll be back. Stay with us. I'm Alex Jones, Infowars.com. More than 20 years ago, when I started InfoWars, I was a fitness addict. As time went on, my metabolism slowed down. I quit working out. I was working 18 hours a day, and I gained right at 100 pounds. I started to exercise really hard again, and I started to try to eat healthier. Started taking third-party supplements. Started seeing some more gains. But when I started working with Dr. Group and some of the other top formulators in the country, they said, Alex, it's all about trace elements and things that the population is absolutely deficient in. Boom, weight started pouring off. Toxins started coming out of my body. Then, by early 2016, I was in the best shape of my life since I'd been in really good shape in my 20s. But the election heated up. I started working 14, 15, 16 hours a day. But more importantly, I stopped taking the supplements because we rearranged the kitchen and somebody took the Lazy Susan off the kitchen table where I took stuff every morning, and I just kind of forgot about it. It was out of sight, out of mind. And so then I realized this morning, I said, we're going to put the Lazy Susan back on the table, and I'm going to start taking it religiously again. And I'm going to work out like I've been the last few weeks at the same level. It's the holidays, so I probably eat more. And whatever the results are, I'm going to publish the findings. It's December 5th, 2016. We're only like 25 days from 2017. And I want to invite all of the info warriors of every race, color, and creed that bleed red blood and love liberty, justice, and truth to make our bodies great again.